I'm Leah Nicholls. I'm the director of the Access to Justice Project here at Public Justice. The Access to Justice Project works to make the civil justice system an equitable tool for justice so that anyone can use the justice system to hold the powerful accountable. So as a kid, I have a sibling who has a disability, and it was always such a fight to get the school district to actually do the things they're required to do under the law to make sure that she could get the education that she's entitled to. And so what I saw was as soon as my parents called a lawyer, the school district would do what it was required to do. And immediately that made a big impression on me, that I saw being a lawyer as a way to make sure that people could get what they deserved and could get what they're entitled to. So during law school, I did as many clinics as I possibly could. I did, I think, 3 different semesters of clinic, got the experience both working on a real cutting edge legal issues and also that face-to-face direct legal services experience as well. I also took big advantage of the public interest career office. Stella and Dean Spruill, who was there at that time, were great resources, could point me in the directions of where to look for potential jobs. Spent a long time perusing what is now PSJD to see what kinds of opportunities were out there. So just a lot of trying different things and seeing what was out there and what the options were. One of the things that I found that I really enjoyed was at the time we had a Guantanamo Bay clinic because it was even before any of the laws we have now related to Guantanamo, none of those had been passed yet. And so it was a really cutting edge area of the law. And there were all these questions about, well, what do we do in these tribunals, these brand new tribunals? It was a lot of creative lawyering, bringing in different decisions and examples from around the world in a really creative way. And what I really loved about that was it wasn't just saying, okay, well, here's the law and we just have to make sure people are following it. It's what should the law be and how do we push the law in that direction to make it as fair and just as we can? And that's the kind of thing that I really found that I enjoyed. And that's what led me to doing the kind of impact litigation that I'm doing now. The first job I had was the Supreme Court Assistance Project fellow at Public Citizen. And it was such an amazing experience because it really showed you the breadth of public interest impact litigation. That job in particular involves, at that time, physically going to the Supreme Court and reading all of the cert petitions that are filed and seeing if there are places for people who are great trial lawyers, got great decisions, and then someone is trying to overturn that in the Supreme Court. And we had a lot of Supreme Court experts on staff at Public Citizen, and it's how can we help these folks preserve the great victories for justice that they've had. And we did that across such a wide range of substantive areas of law. It was a real chance to see just the breadth of possibilities about what doing public interest impact litigation could look like. So if you're interested in doing public interest law and you know that's what you want to do it. There are some amazing organizations out there, some of which you've never heard of. There are some amazing jobs out there, some amazing niche opportunities that you don't even know exist yet. And so even if maybe plan A isn't working out, there's plan B and C can be pretty great too. So I just take a look at, say, peruse PSJD, see what other opportunities are out there, and really just apply for anything that speaks to you that you think you might be interested in, because that could be a really great opportunity as well. The reality of being a public interest employer, and I do a lot of hiring myself, is that you always don't know what your funding is going to look like. And so sometimes a lot of organizations are not able to hire far in advance, like law firms may be able to. So it's okay. You know, there is some uncertainty and there is some anxiety, especially when you're comparing yourself to people who have had jobs for a year or more in hand. But those jobs are still out there. And I have faith that you'll make it happen.